There have been more than 100 shootings since the start of the year. 6 people have been killed and more than 24 people injured.
The gun violence that we've experienced over the past year or so has been devastating.
Joe McFerrin II is the president and CEO of the Portland Opportunities Industrialization Center and Rosemary Anderson High School. The nonprofit is dedicated to helping BIPOC youth and young adults succeed through education and work training. For him, building relationships is key to combating violence.
It's all about relationships, and through building those relationships, the community feels comfortable sharing what their needs are and what their concerns are, and then we can activate.
10 years ago, the nonprofit teamed up with Latino Network and Multnomah County to launch the Community Healing Initiative.
The program is designed to reduce disparities by Black and Latino and other communities of color in the juvenile justice system.
Erica Pruitt is with the county's Department of Community Justice.
But we really want to focus on the upstream and prevention and do whatever we can to help youth and families before they enter the juvenile justice system.
The initiative wraps around families affected by violence or on the cusp of being affected by violence.
Really providing our community with resources from educational supports to payment of rent to connections to services through health and human services.
Pruitt says giving that support to families allows them to support their kids and can prevent them from entering the criminal justice system.
I think that we come through this only in collaboration and in unity and supporting each other as we face what is the virus of violence.
But they say community support is vital to the process.
And we're going to take this challenge head on. And 2 years from now, we're going to look back and say, you know, we really made a difference.
Christelle Kumwe, KGW News.